Hello everybody, today we're going to be talking about the Boston Bruins and just how good they are. Now before we start, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. If you are new to my channel, if you're new to hockey, whatever the case may be, I'd love to have you here along the way as I try to do this as a career. Now let's talk about the Bruins. And the Spoked Bees are currently 32-4-4 in 40 games played this season and are on pace for 139 points on the year. This would actually set a record for most points in a season by a team, beating out the 1976-77 Montreal Canadiens, who were part of those teams in the late 70s that won Stanley Cups for the Habs, and that was a dynasty, so maybe Boston's thinking the same thing here. Now, comparing them to the rest of the league, they're currently leading by 11 points ahead of the second place Carolina Hurricanes, and then the Canes have played one more game than them. They lost last night to the Devils, had a 3-1 lead. Devils scored really quick, 2 goals, and then of course won that game. But for the Bruins, they also hold an 11-point lead over a second place team in their division, the Toronto Maple Leafs, who are on pace for a 114-point season. That's just incredible to be able to say you're going to have a good year like that and then not even win your division. But that's something that's been kind of a norm for teams in the Atlantic in recent years, that are second place teams have really good years, but somebody else just has an insane season. As for a crazy fun fact, if the season ended today, the Bruins would likely still finish with many more points than the Chicago Blackhawks if they played 82 games. As recently, when I did these notes, I did them yesterday. I don't remember if Chicago played. Chicago is on pace for 50-point season. Boston already well past that, and of course that would just be insane to say that they got more points in half as many games as Chicago. They're also first in the league for goals for with 154, 3.85 goals per game, while being first in the league for goals against with 85 goals allowed, 2.13 goals against per game. Also, another fun fact, the Anaheim Ducks have allowed the league's most goals against with 167, so basically double, which is another crazy stat there to see kind of where the bottom feeders in the league are right now compared to a team like Boston, which has been the best team in the league. Their goal differential is plus 69. Do with that what you will. Not saying anything, but yeah, that is a fact. And then Linus Ullmark has been basically unbeatable this year, 22-1-1 record, and a goals against average of 1.87, sub 2 goals against average. Just insane to be able to say that through 22 games played, 24, and then a save percentage of 938. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that, especially if he's able to continue to play that way. He's going to win a Vezina. David Pastrnak has scored 32 goals in just 40 games, having a really great season, career year, maybe one of the best seasons in Boston Bruins history if he's able to continue it, which means his negotiations will be a little bit more difficult. I'm going to say that is kind of a negative for Boston, but just goes to show you the type of talent they are working with. And the Bruins are undefeated in regulation at home this season through 22 games played, 19-0-3 record, and that is just probably one of the most insane stats of this season. Yeah, I've seen some crazy ones like McDavid might pass 160 points on the year, but here we are, you've played more than half of your home games, and you're able to say that you haven't got a loss in regulation. It started in October, the season did. Here we are in January, and nobody's been able to beat Boston in regulation. That just blows my mind. All of these things highlighting just how good the Bruins have been. Will this translate to playoff success? Obviously, we can't say just yet. I do know that a lot of people buy into the President's Trophy curse, and Boston is well on their way to winning the trophy. I would say that they are in a good spot, but of course you would have a Atlantic Division clash in the second round, which would be a pain in the butt, but what can you do? We will see there. However, the Bruins may well be on their way to having one of the best regular seasons in NHL history, and I think deserve plenty of recognition, but we will see. Do you think that the Bruins will be able to A, win the President's Trophy, B, to go on and have a run in the playoffs, and C, win the Stanley Cup? Why or why not? And also, of course, where do you think this Bruins team lies in an all-time category if they're able to continue on this pace? Let me know down below in the comments. Also, please make sure to like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. Everybody stay safe. Have a great night. And Eagle love hockey, all right? Goodbye, Brigadiers and Brigadettes. This is your captain signing off. Have a great night.